All right, I think we're live. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the last sprints for the Bows and Books readathon. Hopefully, everyone's little weekend has been good. You've got some good reading done. I have these lovely co hosts with me again. Jordan couldn't make it tonight, so she's here in spirit, but these other girls are here. I'm going to have everyone just introduce themselves. We'll just go Keisha, Gwen, Jesse, and tell us like what you're reading and stuff. And maybe also tell us what other books you've read for the readathon, like how you're reading and the readathon went.
Sounds good. Hello, my name is Keisha. I'm from the channel A Book Like You, and my readathon has been a little wonky. I switched up my TBR because I needed to mood read. So I've read 2 graphic novels, and I'm going to finish a book tonight. So I read Heartless Prince, which was a 1-star. Don't recommend. And I have a huge shout out thank you to Melissa from Miss Mail over on Instagram for this. I read WizKit, and she read this for Let's Get Graphic earlier this night. That's why. And then she sent it to me because she was like, it was just that good. This is the cutest little story. It's like a one-eyed cat goes on this adventure to return a library book. And if you like the Brave Little Toaster type vibes where like inanimate objects talk and have personalities, you would probably really love this. And also the little book, just the way that, I don't know, his or her, whatever their personality is like, reminds me of Olaf from Frozen because they're just like so optimistic and fun and all that. So like this was a 5-star, so that was great. And what I'm reading tonight and my final book for the readathon will be Little Lord Fauntleroy, which I've been reading casually anyways. And I was like, well, let me just add this and I'll finish it. It's really, really cute. It's the same author that wrote The Secret Garden, and I'm really loving this too. It's just adorable. So that's how my readathon has gone.
Nice. I really want to read WizKid. I've added that to my TBR because of Melissa too.
Same. Yeah. So now I'm like, okay, now I have it both like from Melissa and from you. So you're like, yeah. Hi, my name is Gwen from the channel Gwendolyn Kinsinger. I read 2 books for the readathon. I started with The Catch by Amy Lee. I rated the story 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really cute. The setting, the romance. But the romance wasn't anything like special or different or something that I haven't read before. And it is the 3rd book in the influencer series. And one thing that I loved about books 1 and books 2 is that it had a lot of like influencer chat and stuff. And this one didn't have as much. The few little bits that I got, I did really enjoy. So I appreciated that. But more than anything, it's just the town that I loved. So the setting was perfect. It reminded me of Willow Bay from A Season for Second Chances by Jenny Bayliss, or It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. It's like a small, close-knit community, fishing village. Everybody knows everybody, that sort of thing. And I really liked that. So I would recommend it if you want to finish out the influencer series. It's just the romance in this is like my least favorite of the series.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was supposed to buddy read with Keisha, but she abandoned me for her mood reading tendencies, which is fine. But I did finish Picking Daisies on Sundays. And I was a little hesitant about this one initially because it is a childhood friends to lovers, fake dating romance book. And I guess they knew each other. I don't know how long they knew each other, but basically we kind of see them like, she really fell in love with him in high school, but they were best friends. And then all of a sudden, 4 years, they spent apart and now they're coming back together to fake date for his sister's wedding. And I didn't see we were told a couple of things about that they used to do together as friends, but I didn't really see what made her fall in love with him. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't see that part of it. So she was already in love with him when the book started. And I'm like, but how though? And like, why though? Like what makes him so special? But by the end, though, I see why he's so special because he's so freaking adorable. And I just really, really loved it. So I ended up rating it 4 out of 5 stars. So if you're hesitant about it, I would just say, like, when you start reading it, just like keep going. It's not that long. It's like around like 300 pages, which I think is a really good length. And it does kind of come, full circle. Do you get like more explanation of like how she fell in love? No, not really. It has some grief in it. Both of them have lost their father. And to me, and I know this sounds so weird, but I felt more sad for him and like his story, like I felt like he kind of dealt with it how I would, and she dealt with it in just such a different way. I mean, everybody's allowed to grieve differently, obviously, but I wasn't sad for her because I almost felt like she was a little immature, and she was also very like her self-worth, her self-confidence was very, very low. And it was like, I get it, girl, same, but like, get over it, fake it till you make it. Like, can we move on and talk about something else? So there were some things that kept it from being like a 5-star, but I was emotional at the end of it. So yeah, I recommend. But so those are the only 2 books I wanted to read for the readathon. So then I'm going to move on to The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, a reread. It'll be like the 3rd time I'm reading it, I think. So I know other people have read it like tons, but yeah, I'm excited.
Also,
That's
just
so
for the
fun.
record, I didn't I soft DNA daisies. Okay, I'm not unhauling it. Don't use the little world's smallest violin. I'm gonna come back to it because I need to give it another chance, but I just am not in the mood. So I am.
But I also get why people like wouldn't like it if you don't have that background. And so I like get it, but I also say like maybe push a little bit more, because it wasn't honestly until like the halfway part where I was kind of like, okay, I'm a little invested now. Also, his family is so cute, and I also really like her friend group. Big friendship vibes.
Cute.
Just saying.
I like it when the friendship group is good. I'm glad that it kind of picked up for you then, because I was a little bit worried there for a minute.
Yeah, I definitely highlighted some things too, so it really did.
Yeah. Okay, I'm definitely still going to pick it up then.
Okay, hello, I'm Jessie. I don't know what I'm reading, and I probably need help, but let me talk about what I have read. Shockingly, I've only read 1 book, and I probably just finished it about an hour or so ago. But that was Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Gave it 4 stars. Really, really loved it. And I'm shocked that I liked it as much as I did, because I liked it more than When in Rome, even though I've rated them the same thing. So I know Gwen's going to come at me for that. But I don't know, like, it's not my typical romance for some reason. Like, it's a clean romance, but like, I really liked it. Not that I want like smut and filth, but like, I was just like, are these 2 ever going to like get together? Like, I'm just curious, but yeah, I really liked it. He's also got tattoos. Love that. But yeah, 4 stars. So that's the only book I have completed. And so I was like, it's the last day of the readathon. Do I try to read the other 2 books that I was planning on reading, or do I just jump into something that I really want to read? So I'm going to do the latter. And so I'm going to jump back into Freida McFadden's. So I don't know which book I want to read. I have the Inmate, and I have Ward D. Locked prison thriller, asylum thriller. So if anybody wants to persuade me, feel free. But
okay, so when were they published?
Oh, I think Ward D is the newest one.
Okay, so I'm going to vote for the Inmate to read first.
Okay.
I was going to say, I think I vote for the Inmate.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first one that I was kind of like. It might also be because I've been watching like paranormal investigator stuff, and most recently they've been like doing prisons and stuff. So I think that's just like on my mind.
Yeah, this was 22 and this was 2023. I mean, she puts like 5 books out a year, so not that mattered, but this one is the oldest one.
I haven't heard great things about Ward D, but the teacher didn't have great reviews either, and you love that one, so don't listen to me. But that's why I would have picked also
that book. Something else, let me just tell you. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards the Inmate, but honestly, I'm going to read both of them anyway, so oh well.
They're good choices either way.
Yeah. What about you, Summer?
I haven't finished a book yet during the readathon. I did make it 30% of the way through Strangers and Cousins, because I did like a little kind of road trip back up to my old house and went to like a bridal shower and stuff this weekend. So I had some downtime in the car to be reading. And it's literary fiction, so it's a little bit slower, very character driven. And I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just kind of wanting a little bit more from it. So I'm not going to keep reading that tonight. I'm just going to maybe pick it up later. It might also just be like a soft DNF. Either way, like, even if I hate it, I'm keeping it because this cover is beautiful. So I'm going to keep reading What Kind of Woman by Kate Baer. I didn't actually end up getting to finish it after the first sprints when I wanted to. I needed to pack though. So I'm going to finish this during sprints and then hopefully start and finish this during sprints as well. It's Rainbow by Sunny and Gloomy, and it's a queer coming of age, I think high school graphic novel. So I'm really excited to read this one.
I love that cover so much.
Isn't it so cute? I'm obsessed. And it's like just so perfect for bows and books. There's just like ribbons and bows on it. So cute. So yeah. All right. Let's go through some comments. I also forgot to put this up. All right. Hi, Danny. 20% The Secrets of Us by Lucinda Berry. Nice. Adelaide. Hi. I've been finishing Ready or Not. I've already finished Ready or Not, 5 stars, and The Herb Witch's Apprentice, 5 stars, and now I'm reading The Locked Door by Frida McFadden as my female author pick. Nice. That's so cool. You got 2 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like The Herb Witch's Apprentice, that sounds like a book I need to read. Hi, Wendy. Have 100 pages left in my book for the readathon. Very nice. I feel like you'll finish it tonight. Hi. I'm working on uploading my video and listening to Red Rising. Nice. The only thing I didn't like about listening to that audio is that like the narrator sings some of the songs that like some of the people in the book sing, and I just am not a fan of that. I was like, okay, this is cringe.
I don't know when they say that they sing something in an audiobook and the narrator just reads it, I'm like, it's a song. You gotta put a tune to it.
No, it is cringe the whole time. I'm like, ugh.
I guess it depends on how they sing, but I don't know.
If it goes on for like a really long time, then I'm just like, oh my gosh, I literally like skip it because I just can't do it for some reason.
So if Taylor Swift made a memoir and she started singing, you wouldn't like that?
Girl, you know that I'd listen to the hell out of that shit. You already know. You already know. Hello. Hi. Oh my gosh, Hannah. I've completely failed, but I'm slowly but surely finishing all my books. Oh my gosh.
There is no failure in readathons, guys.
Exactly.
But host herself, Summer has not finished a book yet. It's okay. It's just about community and like friendship vibes.
Exactly. I wanted this very laid back and chill. Like, no, I don't know. You don't have to hold yourself to anything. Hi, Lindsay. I haven't had a ton of time to read this weekend, so I'm so excited for sprints tonight. I'm so glad. Hi, Melissa. I'm reading Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. Nice. That's very in line with what Gwen read. Wait, right? That's the second book.
No, Hook, Line, and Sinker is by Tessa Bailey. It was like it happened one summer. It's the second book, but I think Melissa also read The Catch by Amy Lee.
Yeah.
So when she reads Hook, Line, and Sinker, it's going to be like the same setting almost, I feel like.
Yeah. I remember you said it was the same as it
happened one summer.
It happened one summer. And I was thinking Hook, Line, and Sinker was the second to that one, but I couldn't remember for sure. Yeah. Very, very good pick, I feel like. Hi! About halfway through my cozy mystery, Murder in an Irish Village by Carleen O'Connor. Very nice. That sounds really cute. So glad you loved it. Yeah, Melissa, we all are going to end up reading it because of you. It sounds so cute. Hi, Krista. I'm so ready for some sprints tonight. I'm going to read The Mona Lisa Vanishes. Got to finish it before Wednesday. Very nice. I'm guessing that's historical fiction. I haven't heard very much about that one, but I'll have to look into it.
It's like a nonfiction of like the person who stole the Mona Lisa.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It sounds really
I'm
good.
not really, I'm not like a huge nonfiction person, but I would read that. Like that sounds cool.
It's middle grade nonfiction, so you know it's gonna be more fun and like story.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I should have guessed that it was middle grade too with Krista. Hi, just finished my readathon book, Love and Other Words. I'm going to read Mislaid in Parts Unknown during the first sprint. Am I okay? And then finally start the clinic. Very nice. Is that the Shauna McGuire Shauna McGuire book. I think I read that like last month. I already
Yes,
forgot about
I
it.
think so. The Mislaid, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, it had dinosaurs on the cover, and you hardly see dinosaurs, and I just was not okay with that. I wanted the dinosaurs. Gwen likes a good small town vibe. Who doesn't though? A small town vibe in books, it's the best thing.
I am that person. Like Hallmark Channel movies are my favorite because they're always set in a small town. I just love it. There's just something about like the community in small towns, and I just the help and I don't know.
I'm a big city girl vibe.
I'm sure you are.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I like a big city too, you know, but I think that if I were to choose where to live, which I don't live in a big city and I don't really live in a small town, but I think I would choose like a small historical town to live in.
I feel like that fits you.
Yeah, I just love it.
Yeah.
So any recommendations, let me know.
I like a small town vibe in books, but now that I'm living in Vegas, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a big city girly. Like this is for me. I like it. See, during chats, I might clean the bathroom while I listen. Very nice. I need to do that too. Hi. I hope everyone's had a good weekend. I failed this readathon. We already said there's no failing. There's no failing. This weekend just flew by. Happy to be here tonight to get some reading done, though. I'm so glad. Let's see, I'm reading These Tangled Threads by Sarah Loden, Christian fiction set in the Baltimore estate around 1924. Very cool. That's a cool time period to read about, too. I liked it more than When in Rome, too. Nice. I think that I did just a little bit more, too. They're both pretty even for me, but I think I feel the same. Hi. Still on page 15 of The Mona Lisa Vanishes. Very nice. Same, I didn't get any books read for it. Hey, listen, it was a short readathon over the weekend when it's usually kind of busy. So it's like Gwen said, there's no failing. It's just fun to like hang out with everyone. I liked The Inmate, but it was just a 3-star. That's typically for me with Frida, though. Another vote for The Inmate. Oh, Ward D was my favorite. Okay. Ward D and The Inmate have such similar beginnings, but I think I liked Ward D more than The Inmate. It's a little bit more eerie and atmospheric. It sounds like you can't go wrong either way, Jesse. Let's see. Hi, all. Going to listen to The Girl Who Drank the Moon while doing my nails and switch to the Nice Silver Promise
maybe
After.
Night Silver?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I was like, I've never heard of that. I still haven't heard of it, even if it's called Night Silver. But that sounds like a really cool title. Also, I've heard nothing but good things about The Girl Who Drank the Moon. I've heard it's like amazing.
I hate it.
Well, ask Keisha. And she's not wrong. There's something about the writing because I bought it.
Old feeling.
It's very such a beautiful cover. I love the synopsis. Like I was like, oh, I really want to read a story like this, but the writing, something was off. Keisha was like, you're not gonna like it. I was like, well, let me try. And on the first page, I was like, ooh, I don't like this writing. So I kept trying, and I was like, I don't like the writing.
Yeah.
Goes to show you can't always trust the award stickers. I'm just saying.
True.
Not everybody can, at least.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Jennifer, you'll have to give us an update on how you're liking it and how you like the writing style. Hi, Megan. Finished my TPR for Bosom Books, A Fragile Enchantment, and Picking Daisies. So tonight I'm going to read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. All of those, so good. Like, I feel like that's such a good mix of books. Did you love A Fragile Enchantment? Because I feel like you probably did. You have to let us know how you liked Picking Daisies. And also The Housemaid is just, like, so good. Why are you all laughing?
Because of Jesse's comment that you will do.
Oh, great.
You'll get to it.
Okay, great. I thought you were laughing at me. I was like, oh no, did I like miss-say something? I feel like I'm so bad at reading comments tonight. I'm just like all over the place.
No, you're good.
Okay. Hi. Reading Finley Donovan, Rolls the Dice. So far, and I'm loving it. I've laughed out loud multiple times. That's awesome. Yeah, the singing was awkward for Red Rising Summer. I agree. Okay, so it wasn't just me. I'm so glad. I'm loving the audio for Red Rising. That's awesome. I liked the audio except for the singing. That was the only part about it that I didn't like. All the pick prompts have been so fun. I'm so glad. I feel like taking pictures for readathons is like one of my favorite things. So I wasn't sure if it would be overkill or not to do one for every single day, but I wanted to do it. So I'm glad everyone else is liking it too. Been loving the readathon prompts and the support from sharing each other's posts. I'm so glad. That's my favorite part about readathons is just like the community stuff. I'm going for Fishing Village vibes. And I finished Belladonna. Nice.
She loved it.
Yay! Really? Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm really like, I need to read Belladonna soon because it just keeps staring at me from my bookshelves and I'm like, I want to read that so bad.
Every time somebody tells me they haven't read it yet, I'm like, how? Why? What are you doing?
You're going to be the first person that I update when I read it.
Okay, but what if you don't read a lot of YA?
It's different. It's not. It feels more mature. I feel like than. It's not like reading a YA romance. It's very different, and it does have fantasy elements, but it's not like
dragons.
It's its own thing.
Is it set in our world or no?
Yes, it's like in a gothic mansion. Like it's got a murder mystery, fantasy element.
All right, I might give it a try. I'll put it on my wish list. I said maybe. It's better than
a no.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I bet you'd be able to find it at the book exchange because it's like a popular enough book. It might be in there.
I'll check.
It's summer. You're gonna love it just for the vibes. I'm just saying.
I can already tell.
She's a vibes girl.
Yeah. You said Gothic Mansion and I was like,
I know.
I'm there. Yeah, and literally.
Relationship with death, and it is.
That's the only thing I knew about it, and I was like, I'm sold just on that. Like, I'm obsessed with that. Dark and brooding, and like slightly evil.
Yeah,
my jam.
It's so good.
I love it. All right. Yesterday, I finished the Guernsey literary
you were typing
book.
away, girl.
I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute.
Oh my gosh. I finished the Guernsey. It's called Guernsey, right? The first book for the readathon, As It Had a Bow, reading some more of Love Walked Among Us by Paul E. Miller and Lemon Curd Killer by Laura Childs. That sounds like a really good mix of books. Also, the Lemon Curd Killer, I feel like I want to read that. It's probably cozy, and that just sounds like it's going to be cute. I'm from a small town, so give me books set in the city. I feel that.
I'm from a small town, but I like how books romanticize. Like, it's...
Yeah.
And then I can somewhat relate sometimes too, depending.
Yeah. I like a mix of both. Like, I'm good with either one. I really enjoy both.
Yeah, for books, I definitely love both.
Yes, yeah. I love too, in like small town ones, everybody knows about everything that, like, everyone's in each other's lives, and I think it's really funny. Did you see a comment that made you happy?
Hannah said that Belladonna's on her April TBR. So I
love that.
Sorry.
I love that. Let's see. Small Town, the Eden series by Devaney Perry. Also the Mason Jar duology by her as well. Chef's Kiss. Lindsay gives very good recommendations too. So
okay, I just took a picture, so I'm gonna look it up.
Hi, Elise. I was reading Trust of the Emerald Sea, but I'm just not feeling it right now, so I'm putting it aside for And Then There Was Silence. Nice. That's too bad that you weren't feeling the Trust of the Emerald Sea. I'm really excited to read that one, so hopefully you're in the mood for it again soon. You can pick it back up. Gwen, have you watched Virgin River or read the books? Nice.
Yeah, Daniel and I watched that show together.
Jesse's facial expressions always have me rolling. Yeah. I did not love The Girl Who Drank the Moon either. Okay, so you guys are not alone. Hello. Yes, Night Silver. Okay, cool. That sounds like a really cool title. Okay, here. Sometimes I find myself looking like the Chick-fil-A sauce girl with my expressions, but yellow. Like. my favorite. Yes.
That's my best impersonation.
I love it. Hi, Lena. I'm not sure if you're going to read, but I'm here for the laughs. I can already tell there's probably going to be lots.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, reading Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. That's so funny. Like, everyone's into, like, the small coastal town books right now. I love that.
You know I love small coastal towns. It's
Oh,
my
girl,
favorite.
yeah. That's your vibe. I loved The Girl Who Drank the Moon, but I get it's not for everyone. Hi, Lena. I really liked A Fragile Enchantment. It was so cute, but I also felt like it was missing something for me. Picking Daisies was cute, but the writing was not good, and there was so many typos. Oh, no. I guess you kind of get that a little bit with, like, an independently published, but that would bug me. But I'm really glad you...
I would be reading it sometimes and be like, what? Is that English? But, I mean, I was like, okay, I'm just not going to let it bother me. And I was like, fine.
Yeah. I hope that it does get picked up traditionally so that some of those things can kind of get fixed. Because it sounds like it's really cute and enough people are reading it that I bet it could be picked up by a publisher. But I'm so glad that you liked A Fragile Enchantment. I agree, though. It kind of was also missing something for me. I only gave it 4 stars, but I still really liked it. But I'm really excited to read Alison Saft's other books. I have an arc for, is it The Drowning? The Drowning Kind? I have no idea. It's something with drowning in the title, I think. But I'm really excited to read it. Currently reading Bride. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Thinking of DNFing, even though I loved her last book. I would say if you're not liking it, it stays pretty much the same throughout the entire book. So if you're not liking it, I would say DNF it. And it was just fine. I think I gave it like 3 or 3.5 stars. So like it's not anything like you're not really missing out too much. But it so doesn't feel like YA. I'm guessing this is Belladonna.
I also looked it up and it says like, I think she's 19. So I think it would read a little bit more mature. It's not like 16 or.
Yeah. It's more like new adult. I love that because I mean we've already talked about it.
There's definitely some steamy scenes. I'm just saying, but like ones I'm okay with. But I think it's because with fantasy it's so different because it doesn't seem real. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm like, okay, whatever, you do you. Because I don't know.
You can disconnect from it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. That's what I'm worried about with Belladonna too. I'm not usually into YA, so I've been nervous. It sounds like we don't have to worry about that, so I'm even more excited to read it now. Also, Jesse, how is it a competition? Asylum versus Prison? Dude, my vote is Ward D.
That's what I was typing. That was probably a little too loud, but I was saying, yes, I'm going to choose Ward D. So,
okay,
Anna has spoken.
I love it. I mean, Asylum definitely is like intriguing. So, like I mean, said,
they're
like,
both
can't go wrong.
Creepy places, so I can't go wrong.
Exactly. Let's see, Belladonna and Foxglove are 2 of my top reads of the year so far. So good. Oh, that's awesome. Belladonna is such a vibe, honestly. I need to read Foxglove. I feel like that's a very, like, Lindsay, I could totally see you liking that. So that totally makes sense.
Wisteria comes out in August, the 3rd book. So all of y'all need to read the first 2 before August.
Nice. Okay, but I love that, though, because I won't have to wait a super long time for the 3rd book then. Yeah. So it's good. I DNF'd it this morning, not because it was bad, but I'm not a Romantasy fan. That's totally fair. I don't like Gothic stuff, but the cover, love. That's fair too. Gothic stuff, especially if it's like Gothic in like the actual plot instead of just like the setting, sometimes it can be like a little too slow, you know?
There's like a little bit in the middle. There's a little bit of slow in Belladonna. So I only gave that one a 4, but it was well worth it and I loved it and I haven't stopped thinking about it. And then Foxglove was a 5-star. So I'm just saying. It's worth it.
It kind of sounds like maybe you need to bump Belladonna up to a 5. If you can't stop thinking about
it. I know. That's what it sounds like to me too, Summer, but you know.
When I read it, it was a 4 because there was a little bit of a lull in the middle. And it's because there's a part where they talk about, because it's kind of a little bit of like, I don't know, like Bridgerton-y vibes because they're trying to make her a proper lady. And I didn't really care about all the etiquette stuff they were trying to teach her. So that's like in the middle. But The rest of it, love.
Okay. I'm really excited for it. Also, have you read Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater, Keisha?
I'm a little
I feel
nervous
like
about it.
I feel like you need to read it. Because I'm pretty sure there's no smut in it. Like there's no there's a romance but no sex scenes. And I feel like you would like it.
Yvette's tried to get me to read it, but I keep getting too nervous. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. The audiobook is really good for it too. So if you want to just kind of like dip your toe in with the audio,
yeah,
that's a good way to go. See, done. Hannah has spoken. I will read word D. Belladonna's on my April TBR. Keisha. Don't give in to peer pressure, lol. Rude. Oh my gosh. I'm 15 pages away from finishing The Unmaking of June Farrow. I've heard really good things about that. I read the author's other book and I liked it for the most part, but I feel like I will like June Farrow more. I've heard really good things. I read Belladonna last October. I think I'm going to give Foxglove in April. Very nice. Belladonna's on my TBR too. I bought it and everyone was like, it sucks, but I'm glad you guys like it. Now I'll try it.
You listen to the wrong people, girl. Listen to Keisha. I don't know who said it sucks, but no, they are wrong.
Oh my gosh. Hello. I'm hoping to finish Wish You Were Here by Jodi Picoult. Very nice. Hi. Doing some coloring while you listen for the Lie audiobook. Very nice. Hi. I'm reading Firefly Lane. I'm about a third of the way through. I finished The Winter People by a female author and loved it. Oh, that's awesome. I also love The Winter People. It's so good. The Girl Who Drank the Moon was a big disappointment. Singing in audiobooks is awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can see why people love it, and I don't know why I feel like it's cringe, but I just do. I'm glad you love it, though. It's also very interesting to hear how many people are not liking The Girl Who Drank the Moon, because I thought it was, like, super well loved. So this is very interesting. I'm reading One by One by Frida. Her writing is just so bingeable. Yes. I also agree. I love Bridgerton, surprisingly. I also love Bridgerton. I am so ready for season 3.
I could not get past the first episode. Like, right off the bat, the tree scene, I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, I was going to say that is not a Keisha show at all.
No, it's
not. It is not a Keisha show.
Like, just jumping right in. Jesse, are you trying to remember what happened?
I don't think Jesse.
I've seen the first season, but I don't remember a tree scene. But
there was some banging on a tree.
I mean, sounds like a good time to me.
Very beginning. And I'm like, I don't know these people. I don't know their relationship. We're just going right to the deed. I'm like, okay, this is not a Keisha show.
I'm just like, I don't want those splinters that you'd have to deal with after. Like, absolutely not.
I mean, like, you're against the tree.
No, literally, like, you're going to take one for the team. Oh my gosh. Half a Soul is on my spring TBR because of you, Summer. Oh, I'm so happy. Lindsay, I feel like you're going to love it. Like, it feels like a Lindsay book. I think you're going to love it. See, Half a Soul was wonderful. Yes, I love it so much. Belladonna wasn't my favorite, but it could have been the season in life I was in. I'm willing to try it again. That's totally fair. That happens to me all the time with books. So it could be worth giving it another try. Or Witch's Apprentice is very Bridgerton. I'm absolutely reading that then. I'm adding that to my TBR after we start sprinting. All right, I think we're all caught up. Let me star this so I know where to come back to. I'm thinking maybe let's go till 10 after. Cool.
Sounds good.
All right. And then I had to hurry and pick an ambiance last minute because I forgot to do one. So I thought this was kind of like fun. I don't know, like pretty and flowers and stuff. So we'll do that one. All right. We'll see everyone at 10 after. All right. How'd everybody do? We can start with Keisha and we'll just go in the same little circle.
I did good. I read 40 pages of Little Lord Fauntleroy, and I have like 96 pages left. So, and I sped it up a little bit more because I'm listening to the audio. And so it says I have 48 minutes left. So maybe I'll be able to finish it on the next sprint.
Nice. What about you, Gwen?
I made it to page 68, which is 18% of the way through, and just reminded of all the things that I love about this. She just got to the Capitol, just went through her whole glam squad, and they're about to go into the arena and be with the other tributes for the first time. I don't know. It's just, I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, I feel like you read through that whole. I mean, it's been years since I've read The Hunger Games, but I feel like you have like zipped past that whole first section.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah.
For me, I made it to chapter 5, so 41 pages in, or 11% on my Kindle, which is how I'm reading it. Been in like my Kindle mood for some reason, but I'm really liking it. I would say this isn't going to be like a literary masterpiece, like all popcorn thrillers are not going to be, but this is the wrong book. Just kidding.
Oh.
This is the right book. So, excuse me. I thought I zipped through that. Okay, I'm on page 32, for real. But yeah, it's about a woman named Amy. She is a some kind of medical student, and I guess like as part of like her like on the job training, she has to do an overnight stay at this psychiatric ward, and she's like super nervous about it because it's the same psychiatric ward that her best friend was committed to. But then you also get glimpses of like her past. I think it's like 8 years ago, and it kind of gives me the vibe that maybe our main character should have been locked up and not the best friend. So, but I'm liking it so far. She just got to the ward, so
that is so juicy and intriguing. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean,
I love that.
The main character seems like very young and naive, and I'm like, oh, you're going to get annoying, but like, I'll be fine. Like all of her other characters are. So,
yeah. I finished What Kind of Woman. I really liked it. And then I was like, where is it? It's right here. I started my graphic novel. I made it to chapter 2. It's really cute so far. Like the main character, I forgot her name, but she's definitely just kind of like, she's in high school, but she always has her head in the clouds. Her daydreams are very vivid to her. And she just barely met this character. And I'm really excited to keep reading. It looks like it's going to be really, really cute. So I'm excited to keep going. Let's see how everybody else did. Oh, made some tea. I want to do that.
Yep. What type of tea did you make?
Yeah.
My go-to, it's the one that I feel like I can't really mess up, but it's I think it's Big Low or Big Flow, and it's the black tea, and it's vanilla chai, I think. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I love chai. Hello. Calling it a night. Thanks for the readathon and the sprints. You're probably already gone, but thanks so much for participating. Finished The Unmaking of June Farrow. Totally had all the 5-star things, even the 5-star feeling. I personally had one issue with it that I couldn't get past, and it's just a me thing. I'm glad that it was like, it sounds like it's 5 stars then, even though there were a couple of like things you didn't love. So that's amazing. I'm really excited to read it. I can't tell you what it is because it's a potential spoiler. Okay, but 4.5 for me. I can see myself thinking about it for a long time to come. Oh, that's awesome. That makes me even more excited to read it. Decided to read Lightlark and made it to page 40. Nice. Got 30 pages into The Housemaid. This is my first Frida book, and I can tell her writing is going to be so addicting. Absolutely.
Buckle up. Mm-hmm. Buckle up.
I got absolutely nothing read, not a word, but I did make and eat a big salad. I feel like that's an accomplishment. I love salads. I had a
I do
salad
too.
before the sprints too. Yeah,
I
my
love salad so
mother-in-law,
much.
they're so good, and my mother-in-law, she's like, oh, it's so hard for me to like eat my vegetables. I hate salads, and I'm like, I love salad.
I think
And I love
people, when they
vegetables.
think of salad, though, they just think of like the classic salad, like things
Yeah.
you could literally put anything in a salad,
Mhm.
anything. So good.
Yeah,
So
I could
good.
eat a salad every day because it's
Oh
so
yeah.
you can make it different, you can make it the same.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Different dressings, different toppings.
Yeah.
Literally.
And like everyone in my family is like, I want lettuce and ranch, and that's it. That's all they like in their salad. I'm like, that's disgusting. There's so much more things like cheese and other vegetables. I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
I'm one of those people, I'll go to the grocery store and they have like the salad bar, and my salad ends up costing like $20 because I loaded it down. But I can eat it for 2 days. So I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Oh yeah. I feel like salads, I love making it in bulk and just like saving it for like a couple of days. It's like the best thing. And they don't have to think about like what you're gonna eat. Yeah.
I used
Love a good
to,
salad.
I don't know if this is like everywhere, but are y'all familiar with like Cece's Pizza? Like this pizza buffet, it's like super cheap.
Love
I think
CC.
so.
Okay. If you go there and just ask for a salad to go, I mean, like back in the day, it used to be like $2 and you would fill that whole container up. Best hack ever.
Dude, that's sick. I've never lived by Cece's Pizza before. I'll have to see if they have one in Vegas.
Mm.
'Cause that'd be so nice. See, I didn't read on that sprint. I uploaded a YouTube video, but I'm going to read on this next one. Very nice. Gwen, I love Hunger Games. I also love Hunger Games. I was
It's
gonna
one of those
say
books that
Megan
like,
loves.
oh, good. Yeah, it
Mhm.
holds up, you know?
Yeah,
It just really is just
absolutely.
such, oh, it's so good. It's just so good.
hmm I just recently rewatched the movies with my friend Rachel for movie night, and like we're just both like sobbing. Like it's so good, and the actors are so good, and it's so close to the book. Like,
Yeah, it's one of my
oh my
all-time, like,
gosh,
people ask, like, "Oh, what's your favorite book to movie?" Well, like, duh. This is the adaptation is
absolutely.
so good, and
Yeah,
yeah, love
it's
it.
up there for sure. I think I even liked Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 better than the book
Oh,
because
okay.
I read the book when I was quite a bit younger though, so I wasn't a very like good reader. So I think I probably enjoy it more now if I reread it.
Yeah, I
But
think that the book is slower,
yeah, I was just really confused for a lot of it. Like I couldn't even tell when they were like in the Capitol versus training. I was like, oh wait, this is like happening. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, Megan. Whenever I think of Megan, I think of Lord of the Rings and Hunger Games and
Oh,
Shadow and
nice.
Bone.
Okay.
So yeah. Let's see. Gwen, I have to know who is your favorite character in Hunger Games and what team are you, Peeta or Gale?
Okay, well, my favorite character, that's so hard because I love all of the ones that you're supposed to love, but obviously I love Katniss because she's the main character, and I always find myself liking the main character in books more than side characters for the most part. Back in the day, like the first time I read it, I was definitely Team Gale. But I know, don't give me that shocked expression. When I reread it, I mean, like, I always am canon. I always am. So once I knew, I went that way. But I was definitely Team Gale the first time I was reading it because I love childhood friends to lovers. Like, that's like one of my favorite tropes. So obviously, but upon reread, when I reread it the first time, I was like, okay, why did I like Gale the first time? Like a little confused. I think I was just hoping for the childhood friends to lovers. And now reading it again, going in, knowing what I know, I'm like, clearly she never had feelings for Gale. So like, why? So, but yeah. So that's what I'll say
I
about
feel like Gale is such like a little whiny little. Ugh, he drives me
I don't know. He really
crazy.
takes care of his family though. And
That
like I
is
said, the
true.
friendship between them. And I love
Yeah.
that. Like I feel like your partner in life should be your best friend. So that's why I always like
Just like in the movies, but I wonder if it'd be different if I read like with the books rereading it.
But also
when I
the
was
casting
watching,
though swayed me because I actually saw
dude.
the movie several times before I
Uh-huh.
ever read the book. So I was also
Really?
very partial to the cast.
Oh, yeah. It's a good
So,
cast.
so.
But like I just hate like everyone's like watching the Hunger Games being like, "Oh my gosh, Katniss, she's like risking her life." And Gail's over here like, "Is she thinking about me?" Like, I'm just like, "Ew." You're giving me the
But
ick.
so now I am Team PETA, I would say, for the
Yeah.
first time. Yeah. Because of the movies.
When I was younger, it was like 50-50 until they were like actually like in the arena. Then I was like PETA. But like as like younger, I was like, oh, they're both so good. But now like with the movies, I'm like, ew. But I love PETA. I think PETA is my favorite character.
Yeah.
He's
I mean, I
just a
like
soft
Katniss and
boy.
PETA, but yeah.
Yeah. Katniss is the coolest main character though. Like
I mean, just
she is
the fact
amazing.
that, like, she volunteered, like,
Hmm.
just that alone is like bad ass,
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I totally agree. I read 47 pages. I have a little over 100 pages left. Awesome. 3 more chapters of Love Walked Among Us, last sprint. 40 pages of Lemon Curd Killer. Very nice. About 60% through A Tempest of Tea and having a tough time. Oh no, that sucks. I hope it gets a little bit better because I really want to read that one. But if you don't like it, I feel like I'm not going to do it. Hi! Just joined. I'm packing up for a work trip and finishing the last 50 pages of Only If You're Lucky. Very nice. Ward D is the type of book I wish I could read for the first time again. That's a good vibe to go into that book with. Oh, yep, and you agree.
Mm-hmm.
You were right, Summer. It's a cozy mystery set in a tea shop in Charleston. Are you kidding me? Yeah, absolutely adding that to my TBR. That sounds so cute. Okay, but wait, if it's book number 25, do I have to have read? With most cozies, you don't have to
Yeah,
read
you don't
in
have
order.
to.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I'm absolutely adding that to my TBR. That sounds so cute. I love Charleston. And if it's like a tea shop, are you kidding me? I actually went to a tea shop in Charleston. Like, it was the first ever tea shop I've been into. And I didn't get any tea there because I wasn't a tea fan at the time, but we got my cats a bag of catnip because they had it there. Let's see, I made it to page 43, and I'm really enjoying this nonfiction. I don't normally read nonfiction, but this is a middle grade version, so it's fun. That's awesome. I made it to page 50 of Mislaid and Parts Half Known. Nice. And like 50 pages in is like, you're like halfway. I hope it's going good. Hi, going to finish A Fate Inked in Blood tonight. I want to read that so bad. I already know it's going to be so good. Then I'll probably read an arc because I need to catch up on those. So I'll probably start The Lost Story. I also have an arc for that one, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Wow. A lot of people have arcs for that.
I know. Well, they actually like just sent it to me. Like I got an email from NetGalley, and it was somebody from the publisher saying, "We feel like you'll like this one based on other arcs that you've read." And I was like, okay, because I
Yeah,
love the
that's
Wishing
awesome.
Game. Yeah, so I felt pretty cool. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's one of my most anticipated. So
Yeah, I think I saw you. Wait, was it on Jordan's Goodreads that you? Because I watched that today, and I remember you talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm excited about it.
Only read one chapter in the Fury and got to page 69. Had some editing to finish up. I'm on the struggle bus with this book. That's the Alex Michaelides one, right? I feel like I haven't really heard anything about it. Like I saw a bunch of people get it, but I feel like I haven't heard feedback about it.
That's because nobody's reading it. Are they DNFing it?
Did all of you DNF it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I decided not, like, it wasn't, I decided not to read it because I haven't. The Silent Patient is one of my favorite thrillers of all time. And then I read The Maidens. Yeah. Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah.
The Maidens, whatever. And then it was good, but it wasn't great. And then after I heard about Fury, I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to leave with Silent Patient, and that's going to be it for me. He's going to be my one-hit wonder. So
yeah, I feel the same way. I DNF'd The Maidens about 25% in, and then I read The Fury And I read the prologue and I was like, no, this ain't it.
Oh my gosh. Just the prologue and you're like, nah.
Yeah. And Gwen knows why, because I think she also DNF'd it for the same reason. Like, it just did something weird. And I was like, no.
That makes me intrigued. I feel like I just want to go on to Goodreads and do like the preview of this book just so I can like read the prologue.
Go for it. Go for it.
I feel like I'm not going to read it though. Like I
wonder if I still have it
though.
If I still have my art copy somewhere, I'll just bring it to you.
Okay. I'm not going to read the book though, I don't think. I really haven't been interested in it. Cuz I don't know, like The Silent Patient was good, but it wasn't like my favorite or anything. I know. But I think it was because I had just read like The Turn of the Key and like all these other like really big good thrillers.
And you think Turn of the Key was better? Absolutely not.
Turn of the Key was amazing.
No, I hated that book.
No, absolutely not.
I also don't like Ruth Ware. So are we at all shocked?
But that is like her best one. I really feel like
it is. It is. I agree.
So good.
I remember it came out right when I started my channel, and like it was getting so much buzz. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to read this. And that's when I was like, is there something wrong with me? Because I did not like this book at all.
I don't like her writing style. I've never gotten through one of her books because I just couldn't get into her writing.
But I also think maybe it was overhyped at the time, and maybe that's why you didn't love it as much. Because I feel like if a book is overhyped, I go in super critical of it, you know?
Yeah.
And so then I don't.
I will say, if I have to like recommend one, that is the one. But like, I can't stand her writing. But yeah, I did not like that book. Sorry.
I liked it.
It's so funny because like for the longest time I was like, Ruth Ware is one of my favorite authors. I love her. And now like I read The Turn of the Key first and then One by One, I think is how I read it. And I really liked both of those. I love isolation thrillers, so One by One I really enjoyed. Jessie. And then I read her backlist and I was like, these are good. They're just okay. But like, you know, that's a fun time. They're quick reads. Plus I love Imogen Church, who narrates the audiobook. So I just feel like they fly by. But her most recent, like her two most recent books, I did not like. So I feel like I'm like maybe kind of done with Ruth Ware, and I have very like mixed feelings about it. Like I feel kind of sad.
Well, so that's how I feel about like Rachel Hawkins, and there's a couple of other authors that I feel that way about. But then I'm like, but the story sounds so good, so maybe.
And you're good at DNFing too, so it's like if you're not enjoying it, you can just try it and like be done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I can talk forever about Frida's books. Yeah. The Housemaid is the only one that I've read so far, but I definitely want to read more.
Morgan, let me know which one your favorite Frida book is.
The same.
Yes. Yes, Megan's so easy to read. It just flows so fast. I love her books for that reason and the twists. Let's see. I only got a chapter. Watched
Leah Bath's video.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Leah's video.
Yes. Sorry, my brain is malfunctioning tonight. It was very hard for her to post. Everyone should definitely go and support her on it.
It's about grief.
Definitely will.
Fair warning. So.
Oh man, I'll go and support. I might cry during it, but it's probably very cathartic though to post it. My fiance gets salads delivered all the time, and I realized I really like making my own. A good homemade salad is so good sometimes. And yes, I love the salad bar. Absolutely. You know me so well, Summer. Love Hunger Games. I started reading Mockingjay this weekend and halfway through. That's awesome. I feel like I want to reread it now. And then also over the weekend, my cousin was like, I know. Well, and then my cousin was like, I feel like I want to read Twilight again. And I'm like, now I want to reread Twilight.
Do it.
all the old classics that got me.
I'm reading one a month, like through the season. So
that's like perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. It's like low pressure. Let's see. Respectfully, Gail was literally Dean from Gigi. What? I know what show this is, and I can't think of the full name though. Yes. Thank you. My brain. I'm telling you, I need to like have some coffee or something. Gwen, girl, same. Childhood friends to lovers. Absolutely. Had to download the audio version of Mona Lisa. The pronunciation of French words were driving me crazy. That would be hard. Honestly, in my mind, especially with like fantasy books, if I don't know what something says, I'm just like, and then I just keep reading. You know, just make it up, just make a noise. I love childhood friends to lovers. I'm iffy on it. I like friends to lovers, but I don't know about childhood friends to lovers. I just feel like I haven't read the right book yet, though. On page 58. See, I did not think they were a good movie adaptation for the first, so I so much missed out on, especially the hounds. Oh yeah, at the end, it was a big part that they should have kept, but I do love the movie on its own. Team Katniss, she don't need a man. Surviving is more important. Period. Rue might be my favorite character. I agree, she's a top one for me too. I love Rue. I think my favorite characters weren't introduced until book 2. Can't remember their names because it's been too long. I love Finnick. Finnick is absolutely a favorite.
That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah. I love Finnick so much. It's like, oh, yeah. Let's see. I didn't DNF the Fury, but I wish I had. I give it 1 star. Okay, yep. That just solidified it for me.
Also, my book club, like Jackie, she also gave it 1 star.
Really? Okay. I want to go and see like what the average rating is on Goodreads now.
Let us know.
Yeah, I have to look this up. The Fury.
I mean, I don't rate when I DNF, so.
Yeah. I wonder if like, you know how sometimes it'll show up as one of the tags if enough people like put it in a shelf, like labeled DNF. Let's see. It's not labeled DNF. But the average rating is 3.44. So not as low as I was thinking. It's a mostly 3-star though, when it's all broken down. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to read it, but I do kind of want to read the prologue just to like see what the prologue is. Yeah, my favorite book too was Finnick. Yes. After The Silent Patient, I never picked up his books again. If I heard good things about his other books, I may have reconsidered, but I didn't. I've literally tried to read this all weekend and only on page 69, so if that tells you anything. Oh no. Turn of the Key was great, The Silent Patient was fine, The Maidens was good, The Fury was awful. I love Ruth Ware, but some of her newer stuff is meh. I agree. I think I've given both of her newest books like 2 stars. Overhyped books are definitely hard to love. I really enjoy Turn of the Key. I feel like one of the only overhyped books that's like worked for me lately was Fourth Wing, and I think it's because I told myself like even though this is hyped, just like be careful. And then it like did live up to most of my expectations, so I was like, okay. I'm okay with this. Ward D, LOL. Hyping me up on Frida. I'm super emotional. I'm sorry in advance. Okay. You guys have me so intrigued that I dug out my copy of The Fury to read the prologue. Just getting everyone on my Frida agenda. I've been wanting to reread all of those old school series too. Absolutely.
Speaking of old school series, Gwen just enlightened me today that Hilary Duff wrote a book. I mean, I knew she wrote kids' books, but that literally was like the Hilary Duff. And so I was like, okay, I need to read this because I love her. So, yeah.
But I don't think you're gonna like the book though.
I think I know what book it is, and I remember it.
The Elixir.
Yeah, I don't think it got really good reviews, but
not at all.
I mean, even though she probably didn't even write it, but I don't know.
Right. She probably didn't write it, number 1. And number 2, it was.
Y'all remember those Lauren Conrad books that were like YA?
They were also trash.
Yeah.
You got me on this whole thing of like remembering celebrities that wrote books. And I was like, Anyway.
I know that makes me nervous because I have an arc of Hannah Brown's new romance book.
I hope it's good though.
I do too.
It has to be
so good.
There is a trope in it that most people do not like. Just fair warning.
What is it?
Don't disappoint her like that. Don't put that thought in her head, Keisha. Just ignore her. Form your own opinion, Jessie. Ignore her.
But what is the trope that most people don't like?
She's like, I can't tell you. It's going to be a spoiler.
I mean, not that I condone cheating, but I don't get.
Yeah. So there you go. So you're fine. So don't worry about it.
So form your own opinion.
But yeah, just because she was the Bachelorette, that makes me nervous, though.
But who knows, though?
Writing it. So, I mean.
Yeah.
And the cover's beautiful.
It is.
It is, yeah. It'd be kind of cool if it's like, I mean, I know a lot of people like go on shows, like reality shows, so that it can kind of like get them popularity for other stuff later on. So it'd be kind of cool if she was like, my actual dream is like to be an author, and this just kind of helped me get the platform I needed for
she
it.
wrote like a memoir before, so like that's what most people do when they become celebrities. But I don't know, fiction. We'll see.
Stay positive, Jessie. Yeah. Stay positive.
I'm going to read it next month because not only am I trying to get through Book of the Month, but I'm trying to get through my Nick Alleys. So it will be read next month.
I'm really interested to see your thoughts on it because I'm borderline. I'm like, I might want to read it, but I also could do without it. So if you really like it, I think that'll sway me.
Yep.
It's a lot of
on you.
It's a lot of pressure. I don't know if I can handle this.
See, by the way, Flawless by Elsie Silver has been incredible so far. I'm so glad. I really want to read Flawless. I really am excited to try Elsie Silver. I've heard nothing but good things.
I was supposed to read it this weekend, but that didn't happen.
That's right. I forgot because it has the bolo tie on it.
Yes, that is what it is. I was like, this cowboy bow tie, whatever this thing is called.
Oh. I have a bolo tie, and I think that's like the only reason I know what it's called. See, I just read One by One by Frida, and it was a little ridiculous, but I had the best time. Her books are the best palate cleansers. Totally. Finnick for life. Oh yeah, I agree. Fourth Wing was so awesome. Book 2 not so much. The hype was wrong. Yeah, I agree. I like still enjoyed, like I think in the moment when I was reading it, I was just like so hyped for book 2 that I was just like, this is a great 4 stars, but I could definitely like lower it. But I really did enjoy the first one. Hilary Duff wrote a book. Also, Lauren Conrad from Laguna Beach wrote a book. It's YA. Yeah. I know that Kendall and Kylie Jenner also wrote a book like forever ago, and I'm sure it's terrible, but I thought that was kind of funny. Keisha just mentioned it. I really hope Hannah Brown's book is good too. I remember when Hannah Brown was on Dancing with the Stars. They
don't even have good stars anymore. They just have all these reality people. I'm like, this is not what we want to see. Maybe it's some people, but not me.
I don't keep up with reality TV as much as I used to, so
yeah,
I don't even know. I used to really like Dancing with the Stars, though.
Yeah, me too.
I have God Bless This Mess by Hannah Brown. Haven't read it yet. Love that Elsie Silver series. I feel like everyone does. I like literally haven't heard a bad thing. I know that my cousin really loves her stuff too. I think one of her books, the main character is named Summer. And then I think the love interest is named Rhett. And so my cousin read it, and she has a little boy with that same name, and then my name. So she's really good at like disconnecting people from like her real life in books. And I'm not, though. And I was trying to read a book, and the main love interest had the same name as my brother. And I was like, oh, can't finish that book. I was like, that's not happening. Are you guys good at that? Like, can you separate book characters even if they have the same name?
Yeah,
okay.
usually.
I feel like I can't. Sometimes I can. If it's like a side character, I'm fine. But if it's like a main, I don't know. Sometimes I can't do it. I'm loving Flawless too. Is that Elsie Silver series spicy? I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is spicy, but I'm at chapter 12 and still no spice. There's a read-along for the Flawless series in April. I saw it through Leandra, the TBR 0. I thought Heather didn't love Flawless, though. Or am I thinking wrong? I don't know. I don't think I follow that creator. I'll have to look him up.
Books and Heather, I think, is who she's talking about.
Oh, Books and I was like,
but I don't know.
oh, I thought Heather didn't love Flawless though. Okay. Let's see. I believe the first book has the most spice out of all of them. I just had to Google who Hannah Brown was. I don't watch reality shows. I don't watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. That gives me the worst secondhand embarrassment. I just can't do it. I would maybe watch The Golden Bachelor though. I feel like that's cute. I was disappointed in Heartless, but everyone loved it. The steamy scenes had one of my biggest pet peeves, too inappropriate to share. Yeah. I'm excited to read them though. Let's see. Don't watch The Bachelorette. Watch Love is Blind season 6. I haven't seen that either. I don't have cable, so like maybe if I could watch it on like Hulu or something, I could do it.
I think it's on Netflix. I think.
Oh yes, Books and Heather for her Tumbleweeds vlog. Okay. I do follow her then.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, my brain is malfunctioning tonight.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay, yeah, Netflix has it. Okay. The Golden Bachelor is totally cringe, but it had me crying every episode.
Yeah. It's so sweet. I thought it was just so sweet.
Yeah. I'll have to maybe give it a try. I feel like there's too many like hobbies that I try to keep up with that I don't even know if I would have time to like have a new show or something. Jesse, I'm loving the bow tie. Very stylish. I love it. So I'm thinking maybe let's go until 15 and then maybe have that be the last sprint since it's going to be Monday. We want everyone to go to bed at a decent time.
Don't remind me.
So we'll go to 15. I know, I'm sorry. See, I'm in like what's my time zone that I'm in? It's only like 6:43 for me right now. So I could keep going, but I know you guys are like all the way across. It's late for you guys, so
I'll manage.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I will see everyone at 15 after. All right. How did everybody do?
I don't have much of my book left, so I was trying to
Yeah.
finish.
I was like, it does look like you're pretty close.
40 pages left, so.
Nice. Do you think you'll finish it tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you liking it? What do you think you'd rate it?
Probably a 4. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah. Gwen, how about you?
I made it to page 100. Really enjoying it. They're in the training part before the games now. And I'm loving it. So yeah, I don't
That's
really have any
awesome.
thoughts. Everybody pretty much knows the story, but it's good. And it stands up on reread. So
That's awesome. Jesse, how about you?
I am almost done with my current chapter, so I'm at 24% into the book, and then I'm going way too fast. Then I'll be on chapter 13. It's moving really, really quickly. Like, you find out about this friend that was locked up, like, more in the past chapters, but like, I think with like Frida McFadden's books, like the one thing I realized is like I can't trust anyone, especially the main character. So like, but like nothing's happened to where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so creepy, or oh my gosh, like how could this person do this? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's really good. I don't know what's going to happen. And of course, this girl's like freaking out because she has to do her first overnight at a psychiatric unit, and like the doctor was like, oh yeah, and our computer systems are getting an update, so we have to do everything like by paper. I'm like, oh my gosh, something crazy is going to happen. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far though.
Good. You're flying through it. Like the fact that you're already like over 20%, that's crazy.
Yeah. How many? I feel like it's so weird that I have like my Kindle and the physical book, but yeah, it's like right over 300 pages. So like
okay,
330.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
If you had to rate it right now.
Oh, it'd be a 3. But like like nothing's happened. So
yeah. I bet once it starts happening though, it won't stop. It'll just be
Yeah, we got introduced to we're getting introduced like to a few of the patients, which I didn't know if this is a thing, but like she dedicated this book to her patients. So I didn't know if like Frida McFadden like had some kind of like medical background or something.
Oh.
She's a brain surgeon, I think. She's a brain surgeon. I think that's what it is. Some kind of surgeon. I think it's a brain surgeon.
Interesting.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, because none of my books have the about the author in the back. Like they have all these empty pages. But
weird.
But yeah, apparently she dedicated Ward D to her patients. So don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I guess that's true. I finished my graphic novel. It was really cute. It has some like pretty heavy like topics in it. And it's kind of like Heartstopper a little bit, where it's like, to leave you on a cliffhanger and you have to like wait for the next one and stuff. I felt like this one, there wasn't enough in it though, and it kind of ended pretty abruptly. And also I'm kind of frustrated with the main character for not like opening up to other people about some of her problems and stuff, because people could be helping her instead of her just having to go through everything by herself. She has a bad relationship with her mom. But I am really enjoying it so far. Like I definitely want to keep reading in the series, but I also found out that this is on Webtoon or Webtoons, so I could just go and read the whole entire thing for free, and not have to wait for volume 2 to come out. So I think I might do that instead of buying books new, and then maybe I'll get them physically if I really like it.
But that also explains a little bit of choppiness or like the abrupt ending and things like that. So,
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad it's been traditionally published and all of that, but at the same time, I'm like, I wish they would. I think they literally just take it straight from the webtoon and like bam. And I'm like, no, you kind of need to flesh it out a little bit more. But
exactly. I agree. Yeah. I feel like it kind of feels a little bit like Heartstopper, but like it's with like a female relationship instead. It still has like the heavy hitting stuff. Obviously, I love Heartstopper more, but that's kind of the vibe it's giving me, and it's I don't know, like not the romance hasn't really happened yet. It's just kind of set up for it, but I am excited to see like more of the relationship. So I definitely am going to keep reading it on Webtoons. But yeah, I think Gwen, that you'd probably like it, but I have a hard time recommending it just because it did feel so unsatisfying, you know. But so hopefully the second volume comes out soon so that more people can read it that way, if not on Webtoons. See what everybody else said. But this last season of Love is Blind was such a mess, but I was here for it. Honestly, I feel like the messier the better with, you know, reality TV. What's The Golden Bachelor? Is it old people? I would totally watch 80-year-olds fall in love. I'm pretty sure it is. It's like, you know, older people finding love and stuff. Sounds pretty cute. And I guess like on Hometowns and stuff, it's like the grandkids getting to meet like the girl and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. Yeah.
I don't think he was that old, was he? I didn't watch this.
He was in his 70s.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say
he was
like
previously
70s.
married for like ever. His kids were like older, you know, like 30s, 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Seemed like that sounds cute. I feel like I would watch that.
I used to watch The Bachelor and Bachelorette like back in the day, but then it just kind of, I didn't like it. Bye.
How many times did she get? This is like the second time she did this the other day.
All right. Thanks for coming to Sprints, guys. See you guys later. Have a great. Oh, sorry.
I'm literally so pissed. That is the second time I've done that. Literally every sprint.
Okay.
I love it. I think it's your signature move.
It is. Back to what I was saying real quick. I used to really like it, and then I didn't like it for a while, but then I heard really good things about The Golden Bachelor, and I loved it so much. So.
Okay, that's awesome. I feel like I need to give that a try then.
Do you feel like it's less for like show and more for love?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
100%. Because like I said, he'd been married to his to this lady forever. And then she had like some type of, you know, thing happened. And yeah. So it wasn't like they were like divorced or anything. Like she died. Yeah. And so he's trying to find love again and stuff like that. And some of the women on there, like there's a little bit of cattiness, like there is going to be when you're all competing for the same guy, but it wasn't like drama, you know?
Yeah.
All the
I feel like with that more mature.
So plastic. They did not look like the age that they were.
They were so beautiful.
Okay. They didn't look like the age they were.
I just think it's a cute premise. Like I like that better. It definitely feels more superficial with like the younger Bachelor and stuff. I don't know. And now that I'm kind of like closer to the age, because I watched it a few times when I was like in high school or something. And now that I'm like closer in age to those people, I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. I have a hard time like watching reality TV and stuff just because it is like I just get really bad secondhand embarrassment. Golden Bachelor though, I can get on board with. Let's see, Love is Blind is on Netflix. Season 6, so entertaining. I loved The Golden Bachelor. Felt more heartfelt. Good female friendships too. I love that. That's what I'm here for. It's almost 10 p.m. here. Yeah, I know. It's like all of like my besties are on like East Coast and I'm like all the way West Coast. Let's see. I was able to read more in Flawless. I think I'm a Western romance girly. I love that for you. Yep, Jessie does too. Made it to page 124. Finley Donovan rolls the dice. Still enjoying. That's awesome. Another 30 pages read. We'll finish it tonight for sure. That's so great. It's so satisfying to like finish a book in the evening and just like go to bed and be like, I finished a book tonight. I read 12% of One by One by Freida McFadden, and I'm at 56%. Very cool. Read 8 pages. Listen, if you did any reading at all, it's great. I read the first 2 chapters of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. I've never read this or seen any adaptation, so I'm really looking forward to it. That's like crazy.
is it's about time, Krista.
I
You talked about it so much, and I'm so proud of you for finally reading it. You're gonna love it.
It's just like one of the OG like middle grades, so it's like perfect. I have only read, I think I read the first book. Like my brother had to read it for a book report or something, so I like read it to him and like read it with him. And then I think I read part of the second book, Sea of Monsters. And I've seen the movie because I love Logan Lerman. So I think that's crazy that like you haven't been like spoiled for anything. That's so cool. You're like all of them, just ate them up. That's awesome. See, I started the Collected Regrets of Clover, Gwen. I know this one is going to make me cry.
Get those tissues ready.
That one's on my TBR because of you too, and I know that it's gonna make me cry, but I feel like I might be ready for it.
I mean, when you read a book and it makes you cry, and then you know everything that happens, but you reread it and it still makes you cry, you know it's good.
Yeah. If I reread Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, I absolutely would still have the same reaction as the
and
first
I
time.
did when I read it back to back. I did cry again.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I need some time to recover from that before I go into the Collected Regrets of Clover. See, I read Fragile Enchantment for the sprint, and I'm enjoying it so much more than A Tempest of Tea. I don't think Tempest is bad by any means. I think it's more of the writing style, and it just isn't for me. That's too bad, but I really hope you like A Fragile Enchantment, because I think I've told you this already. I think that you're really going to like it. So I'm glad that it's going better. You can just off DNF Tempest for right now. Jesse, I need to know your thoughts when you reach the twist and when you finish. See, I started watching your video and immediately agree. We don't talk about grief enough as a culture. Yeah. I almost kind of, just because, I mean, this is getting kind of deep, but like, I haven't gone through like a ton of grief except for like losing pets and stuff. And I feel like that's so traumatic that it's like, I have a hard time wanting to like engage with grief stuff because it's just so triggering. But also I think it's cathartic though. And it's good for other people to like, be able to share their experience and like have people connect with each other. So I'm trying to be better about that, about like not just cutting off my emotions and trying not to feel it and just like embracing other people's stuff. So I am looking forward to watching Leah Beth's video for sure. She's a psychologist or a psychiatrist or something of that nature. That's kind of cool that she has that edge to her books then.
She's an MD. I looked it up.
Yeah, I wrote it too. You'll see it in the next couple of...
Okay. I've never read Frida McFadden, but Ward D sounds so intriguing. I agree. It does sound really good. Participating physician specializing in brain injury from New York City. That's so cool that she does that as her career and then also is like a really like good author.
Yeah. The only like, I don't know if this is like a spoiler or anything like that, but like I feel like our main character is kind of like, as someone in like the medical field, like I feel like she's like very uncomfortable with these like patients, like to where I'm like, I feel like you shouldn't be in the medical field, but I'm like, but if the author was also a doctor of some sorts, I feel like she would have wrote that a little bit better, but I don't know. That's just me.
But I also think that is it like a new job or something?
So it doesn't say specifically what she's trying to do, but she has to like, I guess like she has to like go to like different fields or whatever.
Yeah. And so I feel like if she's not comfortable with it, if it's something like new to her or even like a new place, like you would be nervous about it and a little on edge because you don't know, especially in that field, like what you're going to run into.
Yeah. But I feel like if you're going to be like a nurse of some sort, like, or, you know, whatever the field might be, you're going to have these patients that might pop up. So I don't know.
Morgan said she's a student.
Yeah, she's a medical student. And like, so one of the other people that's sharing the shift with her is actually her ex-boyfriend who just broke up with her.
So she doesn't even know if she's going to do that. So yeah, I would be totally nervous.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're going to be in the medical field, like you shouldn't have certain reservations against, like, I don't know, she just seems like she doesn't want to like, oh, this person's like talking to himself and she's like weirded out by that. I don't know. It's just
But weird. Maybe that's not her specialty though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know though. I kind of almost feel like I agree with you, Jesse, because even though you have to try out different specialties and stuff, it's like I feel like as a doctor you should still be prepared to
I
help
disagree.
anyone in any situation. Really?
Well, because okay, for American Sign Language, that's what I was going to school for a while. And there's different avenues of, fields within that you can interpret. Like there's performing, there's, medical, I would not be comfortable ever in my life interpreting a medical appointment ever in my life. That would make me so uncomfortable. I would not want to do it, but I wanted to do performing ASL. So just in that field alone, maybe she's wanting to work with kids. We don't know. So then she's thrust into this psych ward. She's like, what's going on? I wasn't prepared for this at all. So I think it just really depends what your passion is within your field.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see 50-50. I can see both sides.
Yeah, I don't know. And again, I'm so early into it. I'm just I don't know. I'm just kind of I know why she's nervous. It's not because of that. But also she's I don't know. It's just I feel like it's kind of rude to the coming from the patient standpoint, but we'll see. But I get what you're saying.
We just have to read it to find out.
Yeah.
Form your own opinion.
I was going to say, form your own opinion. See, Ward D is giving me the clinic vibes. I may need to bump that one up onto my TBR.
So you haven't even read it and you made me read it, Hannah. Okay. Cool.
That's what she was doing. She's like, I'm going to make Jesse read it to see if I need to read it.
Okay. Cool.
Exactly. Hi, Jovi. She's such a cutie.
She's down here now under the covers. So,
and that is how you spell it.
It's without an E. Yeah.
See, yeah, it is this practicing physician brain injury. I don't even remember what I said. Was it that I accidentally logged off? That was probably it. Oh yeah, Gwen saying bye is my favorite ever.
I'm in people's dreams now.
I'm obsessed with all the ladies on The Golden Bachelor. I wish they could all adopt me as their grandchild. I love that. I need to record her saying it so I can make it my text tone.
Bye. Oh, Gwen just messaged me.
I read basically nothing, was very distracted that sprint. That's totally okay. I'd say most of the time when I'm on other people's sprints, I'm on my phone half the time, I swear. Also, can I hear that in my sleep? Oh, so much work has been done to them, but honestly, even on The Bachelor, do they realize it doesn't look good? I don't know. There's definitely some people that get work done and it's just to the extreme. I've had a few show up on my Instagram, recommended reels lately, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they don't even look like a person at this point. I'm on the side of with getting work done. If it makes you feel good about yourself, then I'm all for it. Kind of a thing. Love on the Spectrum is the only reality dating show I've ever watched. So wholesome. My brother and sister-in-law watched that one, and I really want to watch it because I've heard that it's just great. I've seen clips of it too, and it's just so funny and just so wholesome.
It's so cute.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Percy Jackson is so good. Yeah, I feel like I that's one series that I would potentially reread or actually read the whole entire series. I got Keeper of the Lost Cities in the mail tonight because I've heard really great things. Has anyone read it? I think Krista has. Do I even know what that is? I know that I've heard that name, but I can't think of.
It's about a girl who finds out that she's an elf, and so she gets whisked off into this elven world and learns about her family and all this different, I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
But Krista has read it, I think.
I haven't heard of that one. That sounds cute though. You're so welcome. Thank you for joining. yeah, I feel like I haven't heard very many people talk about it, but whenever I do hear about it, I hear good things. Okay, yes. Loved it. I knew she did something with the brain, LOL. Okay, I think she's a student. She's doing her clinicals. When you're in medical school / nursing, they make you take classes in different fields. My best friend is a labor and delivery nurse. Okay.
Yeah, that's one field I do not want to be in. I do not want women screaming at me.
So see, you would be a little nervous to do that.
I mean, I could do it, but like,
but you would be a little nervous.
I'm gonna be singing "Jesus Take the Wheel" the whole time.
You're gonna be doing your dance moves too, like whipping the hair, and yeah, it'd be great. I for a second, like in high school, thought I wanted to be a labor and delivery nurse. It was a real quick second.
I really wanted to do like ultrasounds, but to this day, unless it's like about to come out, I don't see nothing. It's just black and white. Like I don't see no baby. I don't see no feet. Like it. I don't know what it is. I just can't read like sonogram.
It's just like a Rorschach test for you. You're like, what do I see here?
Yeah. I'm just like, 50-50 chance. We'll say boy.
Oh my God.
And I'd be like, oh yeah, there's only one in there. And they have like 5. Yeah. They were hiding.
Well, obviously you would go to school for this, Jessie, and they would tell you how to.
I know,
but I could just imagine Jessie being my sonogram person. You're like, well, we're gonna go boy for this one, and then I have like triplet girls or something. Like, what the heck?
Okay, but like, why do the sonograms still look like the sonograms from like the 80s? Like,
well, they don't. They have 3D ones now.
Yeah, but you gotta pay for that, like extra.
Well, I think it's becoming the norm more and more.
I'd be like, oh, well, here's its little ear, JK, that's 4 out of 5 toes.
That'll be funny. Like if I ever like do have kids, I'll go in and they'll be like, see this right here, and I'll be like, yeah, that looks like something.
Yeah, you should let me. You should let me see the photos and see if I can actually.
I'll let you decipher it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can all point stuff out to you.
Like, oh, it's a girl.
Well, sometimes like in the notes they'll have like foot and like kind of next to it or something.
Yeah, like they have it labeled.
Yeah. It'll give you clues, Jessie.
I could read it, but I can't see it. That don't look like a foot to me.
Let's see. To go along with specialties, I just learned recently that all of those in the Air Force are matched with certain types of aircrafts, and they become masters of the aircraft and that aircraft alone. That's crazy.
Confirmed.
That's very cool. Yeah, Gwen would know. You were just in the Army?
Yeah, right? I was in the Army, but my brother-in-law was a pilot in the Air Force.
Very cool. I just trust your judgment so much, Jessie.
I mean, I know she's talking about Ward D, but I mean, if I can't read a sonogram photo, best of luck.
And it's all good. It's different enough. Yes, thank you so much for joining. Definitely. Thank you for being here.
Here's its face. It looks just like Dad. It's like, those are butt cheeks. Yeah, I could just see it.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, the comedy alone would be my sonogram person.
Yeah. I just laughed so hard it scared my cat. She had to jump off the chair. Oh my gosh. I never see baby in something. I'm like, oh, so cute.
It's like a black and white photo that makes no sense to me.
It's just like TV static. You're like, what?
Right. Yeah. It's I would probably find the baby on TV static.
Yeah. Just reading a sonogram. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a baby.
Well, it's human. Congrats.
Jessie gives me more MD vibes. The 3D ultrasound photos are horrifying.
Yeah.
They look like something out of Alien.
I mean, but they are though.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
They're creepy.
if you loved the woman, read Homefront. Is that Kristen Hanna? It's the women, not the woman, huh? I said that wrong. Whoops. I've heard really good things about the women.
But it's
They're
Homefront
both-
by Kristen Hanna.
Yeah, they're both by her, I think.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but great things, but I don't think I will ever read her books because I'm just not a historical fiction girly. I know a lot of people are going to tell me, like, just to give it a try, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Let's see. I've been crying all over my book. That sounds about right. You got a 50-50 shot, Jesse.
I mean, is Wendy crying because of the Kristen Hanna book or my inability to read a sonogram?
Definitely. Thank you for being here. Sonograms are like TV static. My husband heard that I was laughing for the living room. I love it. All right. Well, I think those are all the comments. So thank you everyone so much for being here for Reading Sprints. Thank you these lovely ladies for being my co-host and Jordan. This was such a fun readathon, and
Yeah,
I
thanks
definitely
for
want
inviting
to.
me.
Yeah, for sure. I
I feel
definitely
like
want to do
it, like,
another.
I feel like it blinked and it was over.
I know, same. I feel like I definitely want to do this in the future again, and maybe do a little bit of like a longer one. But yeah, I thought it was really fun. But let me just read these last couple ones. Thank you. Okay, yeah, Kristen Hanna. Definitely. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a good night and a good start of the week tomorrow. And we'll just see you guys when we see you. Good night.
Bye.